South Africa, 2001. Rumors that the world is about to end. Mobile phones are becoming the hottest new accessory. Networks like Vodacom and MTN are raking in millions in revenue, revolutionizing how people communicate in a rapidly growing economy. But behind this technological surge lies a future corporate David versus Goliath tale that's still unresolved decades later. Enter Nkosana Makate, a young and ambitious Vodacom employee with an idea that would forever change the telecommunications landscape. His invention, or rather idea, which was turned into Please Call Me, was a simple yet revolutionary service allowing mobile users to send a free request for a callback. It addressed a specific need in South Africa's socio-economic landscape, where millions couldn't afford airtime but still needed a way to connect. But what started as an innovative idea soon snowballed into a legal battle spanning over 20 years, pitting one man against a telecommunications giant with a current market capitalization of 210 billion rand. This is the story of Nkosana Makate versus Vodacom, a tale of ingenuity, betrayal, and the relentless fight for justice. I'm your host Silvera, and today you need to grab your popcorn and settle in because we're about to dive into a legal showdown that has reshaped the South African telecommunications landscape. So,
fasten your seatbelt, kid.
And get ready for wild ride through the world of telecommunications, intellectual property, and the high-stakes battle that shaped the corporate world. This is the story of Makate versus Vodacom. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single minute of this roller coaster ride. The story begins in 2000 when Nkosana Makate, a junior accountant working at Vodacom, conceived the idea for Please Call Me.
I want to go back to the moment of the story that has been told so many times. They're coming up with the idea. The story that we know, girlfriend and so forth and so forth. You tell it to us.
No, I mean, it's a really simple story. I mean, it's that I would give her money, stipend a bit when she asked me because I was earning my 2,500.
No badge.
I mean, no badge. But she will still not buy airtime and then call me. And then you'll ask her, hey, Kanti, what's Allah?
Yes.
At the time, South Africa was experiencing a rapid surge in mobile phone users, but airtime was still a luxury for many.
Why was I Kanti? No, man. Hey, man, glad to Spanish take something and whatever.
Yes.
It never went to
the phone, to the airtime.
Yeah. So I mean, we had to come up with a way that even those phones without airtime or without airtime could actually generate this particular message to entice me to make a call.
Make the call.
Makate's solution was simple, a free messaging service that allowed users to request a callback from another mobile phone user. He called it the buzzing option. This service could bridge the gap for millions of South Africans, and as Makate saw it, would bring immense value to Vodacom.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we're sitting on a mine here.
Yeah.
Let's activate this. Let's make this thing happen. There's plenty of people out there. You've got grandkids. You have former friends.
He pitched the idea to the ex-head of product development, Philip Geisler, and wrote a memo about it on 21 November 2000. According to Makate, Geisler was impressed. They allegedly struck a verbal agreement. If Vodacom implemented the idea, Makate would be compensated, provided the system was a success. But here's the catch. Vodacom would eventually launch Please Call Me without compensating Makate. In 2001, Vodacom rolled out Please Call Me service 2 months after MTN introduced a similar product. It was an instant hit. The simplicity of the feature resonated with millions of South Africans. By some estimates, it helped generate over 250 billion rands in indirect revenue for Vodacom over the years. That is over 10 billion US dollars, according to the figures given by Makate. Yet, while Vodacom profited immensely from the idea, Makate saw none of it. Zilch.
Makate's mother is also relieved the long court battle has finally ended and her son will receive the compensation he deserves for his idea.
For years, he tried to engage Vodacom to honor their agreement, but his pleas were sent to voicemail. By 2008, Makate decided enough was enough and took legal action, and he has been embroiled in this legal battle with Vodacom ever since. The legal battle began with Makate suing Vodacom for compensation, claiming the company had exploited his idea without fulfilling their agreement, which you can be the judge of. Vodacom argued that there was no binding contract and that Makate's idea was developed as part of his employment, making it company property. Mind you, Makate was not a product developer but a junior accountant. We, however, had no access to his then employment contract, which could state his duties. The case dragged on for years, moving through South African court system, just like a slave queen or king. Hey, the gold digger too. In 2013, Makate filed a civil case against Vodacom, suing for compensation. In 2014, the court dismissed Makate's lawsuit with cost, and his appeal was also denied after the High Court and the Supreme Court of Appeal found in Vodacom's favor. In 2015, Makate's case reached the Constitutional Court, South Africa's highest legal authority. Here, Makate scored a major victory. In 2016, the court ruled that Vodacom was indeed obligated to negotiate reasonable compensation for Makate's idea. Chief Justice Mogoeng described Vodacom's treatment of Makate as dishonorable. It was a landmark decision, but it was far from the end of the story. The court ordered Vodacom CEO to negotiate with Makate in good faith, but the definition of reasonable compensation became the new battleground. Makate reportedly demanded 10 billion rands, arguing that the Please Call Me feature had generated massive value for Vodacom over the years. Vodacom, on the other hand, offered just a mere 47 million rands, a figure Makate rejected. The case has also sparked public outrage, with many South Africans rallying behind Makate, viewing his struggle as symbolic of the broader fight against corporate exploitation, inverted commas. On the other side, you had corporate media trying to swing or influence the public to be against Makate. One such media was my favorite, literally. I get my news from these sources. My Broadband, which is also part of the Daily Investor and a business tech family. The media company had article titles that were questionable, like "Please Call Me Idea Man says no thank you to 20 billion rands," which they later changed to "Please Call Me Idea Man tells Concord he will accept 9.4 billion rands compensation. We see you, John from Million, we see you." Which raises the questions of, are these companies allegedly being paid by big corporations to influence the public? Is this the white monopoly capital that Malema was alluding to? Too many questions that we will never get the answers for. The Nkosana Makate vs. Vodacom saga highlights critical issues around intellectual property rights and corporate accountability. And finally, persistence. Despite the odds, Makate's determination has kept the case alive for over 2 decades. 2 decades! inspiring countless South Africans to stand up for their rights. For now, the battle continues. Nkosana Makate's fight against Vodacom is more than just a legal dispute. It's a story of resilience, innovation, and the quest for justice in the face of corporate power. As the saga unfolds, one thing is clear. The legacy of Please Call Me is more than just a feature on our phones. It's a symbol of a struggle that resonates far beyond South Africa's borders. As of 21 November 2024, the two parties remain locked in a deadlock, with Makate continuing to fight for what he believes is a fair compensation. Vodacom has applied to the Constitutional Court for permission to appeal a Supreme Court ruling in favor of Makate. On 31st July 2025, the Constitutional Court granted leave to appeal that Vodacom had applied for. The matter is remitted to the Supreme Court of Appeal to be reheard by a differently constituted panel of judges of that court. What do you think? Should Makate accept Vodacom's offer, or does he deserve more for his idea? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into stories like this.